activity, this lab, is the mirror reflections lab. You're going to get some mirrors. This is actually 2 mirrors taped together. The activity calls for hinged mirrors. They're really hard to find, so you can just take regular mirrors and tape them together. I would leave about maybe 1/8 of an inch so that they can have some flexibility to bend. But this forms a hinged mirror. Let them explore, play around with the mirrors a little bit, just to have some discussion, talk about what a mirror does. So we're getting into what properties of light. So light can reflect, it can be absorbed. So ask them to kind of determine what is the mirror going to do with light. This is great to tie in some of your math standards and some good integration with some geometry terms. So they could, with their hinge mirror, you can have them talk about, okay, where the hinge is, you know, what is that? That's going to be your vertex. And have them go ahead and create their acute angles and their obtuse angles. So some good practice with some geometry terms. I'm going to have to get really close with the paper here. So your activity, the activity they're going to do and explore is really just a line segment and a dot for them to place the mirror with to place the vertex of the hinged mirror. So you can see this is just 2 taped together. So have them explore. This may not work out so well, but the vertex is going to go on the dot, and depending on what kind of angle they create, they're going to be able to form different shapes. So as you can see, if I create a smaller angle, it creates more lines, so I have a different polygon than if I make a wider angle. And I'm just showing you this close so the camera will pick it up. Obviously, they can explore a lot easier when it's flat, but it's really kind of fun and amazing, and you can have them think about if they've been to some museums where they have those illusion mirrors that they walk into and see, and this talk about like what's creating and how the light's reflecting, and talk about what's creating those different shapes. So it causes some good discussion and allows them to investigate, and then they could actually, on the next part, try to create, by forming different angles, different types of polygons. So that provides some good discussion. And depending on your students, you could, and where you are in your math standards, you're going to get some protractors. So they could practice measuring those protractors. So that could be a enhancement, or maybe if you have some advanced students, they could measure those angles.